I'm Bill Infanger. I'm the head football coach and assistant baseball coach here in Osakis. Being here in the spring and the fall for both those sports, I'm down here on a daily basis and see the usage of this facility and see the space limitations that we have. Especially in the spring, we have junior high and youth level teams that are waiting to get on fields and taking fly balls and playing catch out in the parking lot. And there's definitely a need for more space, playing field space for those youth groups in the spring of the year especially. We also have storage limitations down here. We have several sports and programs that are sharing storage, and we're moving equipment around during the seasons from one to the other and not using time or storage very efficiently because of that limitation. When we talk about the synthetic turf and getting a football with that surface put on it, I think the big thing that people need to understand is that it's really not about football. You know, right now you've got this big, open, beautiful facility that's only used a handful of times during the year for football games, and it's got lights, and it should be used for a lot more. And putting a synthetic surface on it makes it so much more durable, and now the condition of the grass and how much the grass can handle isn't a limitation anymore. And now that surface in this big open space here can be used for FIAD classes and recess, and it can be used not only during the daylight hours, but it can be used in the evenings. Turn the lights on, and we can have community events out here, and we can have some co-ed sports and different things going on this field that we're simply not able to do in this community right now because of the limitation. The other thing we do is, if with a synthetic turf field, is we would take a varsity practice football field and combine it with the varsity game field, and that would open up the space where the varsity practice field is now for other sports to expand into. Possibly youth softball or youth baseball fields could be put in that area now. So it's not just about having a synthetic surface, but it's also buying us additional real estate to possibly expand in other areas. When it really became apparent to me that we needed or a synthetic surface would be very useful for our community, a couple years ago, it was a late spring. As a baseball coach, we were traveling to a nearby community. We hadn't had a game outside yet at that time. We hadn't even been able to practice outside yet. And we went to this community that had a synthetic turf field, and we played baseball in their field. Their field was ready to go, but after the game was over, it was getting dark, I noticed the lights were on their football field. And here there was, almost 100 kids, elementary age, out there taking ground balls and taking fly balls and things. And so their elementary and their youth groups were out using this field at night when we hadn't had a single kid in any of our sports programs who'd been outside at that time of the year yet doing it. And it kind of a light went on for me that, hey, we need a facility like that in order to compete with some of these towns that we're playing against that already have this.